Hi, in this video lecture, we are going to see about yearly effect and the hybrid pi model. So our objective of this video lecture is to understand the yearly effect and to get your small signal model for your BJT amplifiers. So the topics we are going to cover in this presentation will be hybrid model of CE, CB and CC amplifiers, yearly effect. We will see the hybrid model for CE configuration and the relationship between your hybrid and hybrid pi parameters and the relationship between hybrid pi parameters and the operating point. So last class we ended up here. So this is the two-port network model for the transistor. So where HIX will be the input impedance, HRX will be the reverse voltage gain, HFX will be the current gain and HOX will be the output admittance. So it has been replaced. So we mentioned that the first subscript will always denote either it is input, forward, reverse or output. Then the second subscript will always denote the configuration of your transistor. So it has been replaced here like HIE, where it is the input impedance of CE amplifier. HRE will be the reverse voltage gain of CE and HFE will be the forward current gain of CE, and 1 by HOE is the output impedance of CE amplifier. The hybrid model of your model of CB and CC amplifier. So only we have to just change the subscript, second subscript, and then the input terminals and then the output terminals. So in common base configuration, input is emitter and output is collector. So the input impedance is given by HIB, where B denotes it is a common base configuration. Similarly, it is HRB. B denotes it is your common base configuration. HFB will be the forward current gain and 1 by HOB will be the output impedance. Similarly for your common collector. So these models, you can see here we have got a voltage source as well as a current source, which becomes difficult for us to do the analysis, because the aim for modeling the transistor is we want to do the AC analysis of your BJT amplifiers. So it is involving both a voltage source and a current source, which will be making it difficult for us to analyze. So therefore this can be approximated. So how can it be approximated? What is this term? This term is HRB. This is the reverse voltage gain. So the reverse voltage gain is going to be very, very small. So therefore this can be neglected. Okay, and then the output impedance HOE. So externally, if I connect any load resistor, that will become in shunt. Okay, 1 by HOE will always be in shunt with the load resistor. So therefore, when you compare these two values, if 1 by HOE is going to be greater than your RL, HOE can be neglected, because when you have two resistors in parallel, the equivalent resistance will be lower than the lowest. So since 1 by HOE is very, very greater, so this will be neglected. Okay. So this formula we can adapt when HOE RL is going to be less than 1. So throwing away your reverse voltage gain and the output impedance, so the model reduces with the input impedance and then the current source. So before entering into to see what is the yearly effect, we will have these points in our mind. So the transistor is said to be operated in the active region when the emitter base junction is forward bias and collector base junction is reverse bias. And the more you reverse bias, the more the depletion region grows. And more it grows on the highly doped area compared to the lowly doped area. And the reverse saturation current, it is inversely proportional to the depletion width. So these 3 points we will have it in mind because we are going to see what is the early effect. So this is a characteristic curve which is familiar. This is the output characteristic curve of a CE amplifier. So in the linear region, we expect that IC is equal to beta IB. It has to follow the relationship. When IB is being kept constant, expected output must be a constant output or slope has to be 0. But here you can find a positive slope. The slope is not 0. So James H. Yearly, he want to understand or he want to find out why this slope is not 0, why it has been positive. So he extrapolated all the curves, and all those curves they intercept on your x-axis at a voltage or at a point which is called as, which is named after this as early voltage. So the reason for this having a positive slope is, he identified that, so as you keep increasing the reverse bias voltage, your collector base junction, which is supposed to be reverse biased, okay, and as you keep increasing your VCE, this reduces the effective base width, or we can call this as a base width modulation. So as VCE increases, the effective base width get reduced, or VCE drops, effective base width is increased. So the effective base width helps in two things. One is the holes and electrons recombination, and the second one is, that is the reverse saturation current, okay, in the reverse direction or under the reverse bias, the current carrier. Okay, so we know that in the reverse saturation current is inversely proportional to W. Since the effective base width gets reduced as you increase your VCE, now this results in IS, that is your reverse saturation current, being increased, and IC is nothing but it is IS exponential of VBE by VT. Since IS is increasing, your IC is increasing. So therefore your output current is not only a function of your input current IB, it is also the function of your output voltage VCE. Now this is next model for your BJT. So hybrid pi model, where the input impedance is given by R pi and your current source is given as GMV pi, and it includes your early effect impedance, that is your R0. So the relationship between hybrid model and hybrid pi model. In case of your hybrid model, HI is the input impedance, here R pi is the input impedance, so therefore HI is equal to R pi. In case of your hybrid model, HFE IB is the current source value, here it is GMV pi. GMV pi is nothing but it is IB into R pi, so therefore HFE is equal to GMR pi. And 1 by HOE, which is the output impedance, it is equal to R0, and HRE is 0. Next, the hybrid pi parameter model and DC operating point relationship. So we want to first find out what is R0. So R0 is output impedance. So to get the output impedance, we take the ratio of your change in your output voltage for the change in current. So it is dou VCE by dou IC at the operating point. So IC is given as IS exponential of VB by VT. So including the early effect, it is 1 plus VCE by VA. Now differentiate your IC with respect to your dou VCE and then take reciprocal. So dou IC by dou VCE will give us IS exponential of VB by VT 1 plus VC by VA into 1 by VA. Okay, it will be giving us 1 by VA. So this term, the entire term IS exponential of VB by VT into 1 plus VC by VA is nothing but ICQ. So it is ICQ by VA, which is IC by dou VCE. So R0 will be equal to VA by ICQ. So where VA is the early voltage. Next, we will compute the transconductance. IS is equal to IS exponential of VB by VT. We neglect this term or this early effect not getting included in while computing the transconductance, because it is the ratio of your output current for the change in your input voltage. So dou IC by dou VBE At the operating point it is given as, so if I differentiate this equation with respect to dou Vb, I will get it is Is exponential of Vb by Vt into 1 by Vt. So this term is my ICQ. So it is ICQ by Vt. So Gm is equal to ICQ by Vt. And last term it is IB. IB is given as IC by beta. So it is Is by beta exponential of Vb by Vt. So 1 by r pi is given as dou Ib by dou Vbe, because it is Vb by dou Ib will be your r pi. So it is 1 by r pi will be dou Ib by dou Vbe. So differentiating this equation with respect to Vbe, you get Is by beta exponential of Vb by Vt into 1 by Vt. So this term is nothing but your ICQ. So it is beta Vt by ICQ will be the r pi. Next, we will summarize the topics so far we have seen. So the Early effect or the base width modulation gives us the information that IC is not only the function of input current, it is also a function of your reverse saturation current, which depends on your output voltage. And the hybrid model, and we saw the relationship between hybrid model and hybrid pi model. So HI is the input impedance in case of your hybrid model, R pi is the input impedance of your hybrid pi model. HFE will be the forward current gain, here it is GM R pi will be the forward current gain in hybrid pi. And HOE is the output admittance in your hybrid model, 1 by R0 will be the output admittance in case of your hybrid pi model. So hybrid pi model and its relationship with the operating point. Output impedance is given as early voltage by the operating current. R pi, the input impedance, is given as BVT, where Vt is the thermal voltage by ICQ. And transconductance Gm will be equal to ICQ by Vt. So Donald Eman and Boylestad, these are the two textbooks I referred for this presentation. Thank you.